tell middle schoolers all the time, don't tell me you're a Christian at middle school because you raise your hands at church on Sunday and then you tease each other on Monday. Gossip, is it really that bad? Well, why are you holding on to gossip? Why don't you let that go? Why? Because someone gossips about you that we could do another subtweet about them, anonymous now stuff and all these things, and dividing. Why do we do this as humans? Because we don't want people to put us down, or we have these choices and people's opinions on us and circumstances around us. I want to ask you, who are you and what do you want? I want the sweetest, sweetest, sweetest things. I want the exceedingly, abundantly more. Because I had no idea that God could ever use a man without arms and legs to be his hands and feet. I knew that the God of the Bible could do miracles. So guess what I did as a 6-year-old? I prayed for mine. I have a pair of shoes in my closet in case he says yes. But why did I go and buy it? I'll tell you why. Because I've seen 13 miracles with my own eyes. I've seen the spiritual realm. You can't tell me that there are no demonic forces out there. You can't tell me that it's just science and physics. You can't, because I've actually seen it. In my own back, a medically unexplainable healing of my vertebrae. It was hollowing out into fluid. Irreversible, incurable, changed it up. I've seen deaf people hearing, blind people seeing, lame people walking, crooked backs come straight. I've seen it. You can't tell me that I haven't seen it. But I'm not here to talk to you about that. It's understanding that, first of all, the sweeter things of Jesus is way more than you can ever ask, imagine, or attain in even this sense. My dad has stage 4 pancreatic cancer. The first doctor told him he should have been dead 3 months ago. He's now on a decline. Do you think that I've prayed for God to heal my dad of cancer? Yes or no? Yes. Can God do it? Yes. Will God do it? I don't know. But I know that if God lets him to die with cancer, he's going home. If God doesn't allow him to die of cancer, God's going to allow him to die of old age, a car crash, a plane crash, whatever else he's going to allow everyone to die eventually, because we're actually citizens of heaven passing through. My dad started 3 churches. I'm not a Christian because I'm a PK, let me tell you that. Let me tell you that. But I'll tell you right now, my dad knows that if he dies, he wins. If he gets healed, he wins. And I prayed for arms and legs, and I'm still winning. I won because the battle has been done. The devil has nothing on Jesus. The devil can't create. He actually can't create people. God is the creator, the only creator. He can mimic, he can give you stuff to let you hold in your hands that you actually miss out on what God actually wants to give you. But he can't create. And his days are numbered. And I can't wait for heaven. Not because of arms and legs. I mean, I'd love to have arms and legs right now. Man, I'd like to get on a bike, smash into a pole, and break a leg. That would be cool. But arms and legs are going to give me arthritis later on anyway. But let me tell you, when I go to heaven, there are a couple things that I'm going to be looking forward to in heaven. And one of them is seeing someone there. And it's not who you think. Let me tell you a story. I was speaking in Southern California in 2004. I saw a man hold up a little boy with no arms and no legs. And he had a little foot just like me. He was like my mini-me, all right? He looked at me, I looked at him. I'm like, man, I want to wrestle with you later on. I got the father to bring him up on the table, and he's looking up at me, 19-month-old little Daniel. I'm looking down at him. I can't give him a high five, so I gave him a low 2. And when he smiled, everyone cried. I saw my mom hug his mom, and I saw my dad hug his dad. And I had all these flashbacks of when I was a kid, The lies and the fears taking me away from the faith. Do you see the Bible over there? The Bible ain't going to move for the next couple minutes, probably on its own, ever actually. If you leave the Bible there, it ain't going to move. But what happens is we walk away from it. Nick, you're not good enough. When I was a kid, when I was 8 years old, Nick, you're just a burden to your family. You're not going to go to college. You're not going to be independent. You're alone. No one understands you. You're just a loner. You're worthless, and you're just a burden. Why don't you just give up? You'll never get married. There's nothing to live for, and there is no God. And at age 10, I actually attempted suicide in my bathtub. And I'm here today by the grace of God. But it's only because I had parents as well who loved me by the grace of God.